I am here today to talk to you about my experience with Botox for migraines. I've only had it done the one treatment, but we're just going off of that. Okay, so I had mine done about 2 months ago, and I've had migraines my whole life, so I thought, and I've tried all the medicine and everything. So I decided to try this. My health coverage pays for it, so it would have been $800. I got about 31 to 33 needles in total. I'm not sure about the units and stuff like that, but yeah, so about $800, but I was fully covered for it. So what they do, you gotta get down. What they do is this. They put in, there was needles across in here somewhere, the temples, over around here, the back. I mean, these are all the places that hurt when I get a migraine. Back here, down the neck, and across the shoulders. And of course, the first thing people want to know is, did it hurt? And the answer is not really. The pain I would equate to popping a pimple. You know, when you have a pimple and if it's like a big one, you pop it. That's about the pain that it was. They're really thin needles. And in fact, when he did it down the back of my head, I like the feeling of people touching my head. I like being, petted or whatever. People touching your hair. So that felt really cool. It was like, when you put the needles back there, this kind of tingle went down my body. The ones in the forehead hardly hurt at all. And it was, when I left, I had no red marks. I thought I was going to have this huge head of red. No, it was wonderful. There was nothing. So, it doesn't kick in right away. So it took about 3 days, and on the third day, as soon as I woke up, I knew something was different. I could feel, my forehead felt heavy, but a nice side effect was that it was completely smooth. It's been 2 months, and it's actually starting to wear off a little bit, whereas, I can kind of raise my eyebrows now, and I could not do that before. Yeah, I couldn't raise them at all, but it did raise my eyebrows up, whereas before I would kind of wake up and look like this, and then I'd have to raise my eyebrows during the day. But it raised them up, and it actually, the one sort of side effect from it is that I can do this now, but I can't raise them, so I'm starting to get little, but whatever, I didn't do it for cosmetic reasons. That was just an added bonus. The first 2 weeks, I think it worked really well. It's kind of hard to tell because I actually went to Mexico the day after I got it done, and I'd never been to Mexico before. So I don't know how I fare in Mexico, but it was very hot for me. I'm Canadian. The beds were really hard at our resort. I should have had a lot of migraines there, and I didn't. I had, slight headaches a couple of the days. So the first 2 weeks were pretty good. After that, though, I started to get my migraines back, and it's been 2 months now, and for the last month at least, if not more, I've had my migraines back, exactly the same. So it has not worked. However, I have spoken to some people who say that they've done it, and it took a few tries. Also, the day that I got it done, I had just had a massage the day before, so I had no headaches. I was feeling really good. And so he'd be pressing, and he'd say, is it right here that it hurts? And I'm like, I think so, around there. So that almost, I think, was a bad thing that I didn't have a headache that day. It's like when you take your car to the mechanic, it stops making that noise. Because I couldn't tell exactly where, because it's very, if you get them, you kind of poke around and you go, oh, that really, really hurts, whereas that, it hurts. Also, I have TMJ, so I'm going, and that's a jaw, that's where your jaw hurts, basically, is the short version. So I'm going to ask if he can put more, or, move them around or something and put more in this area, because I seem to be getting more TMJ headaches, as opposed to other kinds now. So I don't know if that's because I'm not getting the other migraines, or these ones my turn, I'm gonna get in there. But I have had a couple migraines in the last few months that were insanely bad. So yeah, I will do another video after my second treatment, and hopefully that will help a little bit. I still really, really highly recommend it because you never know. And I mean, if it works, which it does for many people, obviously, then wow, good for you. But that was my experience so far. No side effects except for smooth forehead, so that's okay. Oh, and my eyebrows are kind of even now, where like one of my eyes, when I get a migraine, it kind of droops down. They've kind of remained almost even, so that's a good thing, I guess. So yeah, I recommend it, even though it didn't work for me, because it might work for you and there were no side effects, but I will do an update soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.